they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And the pitch goes to Miller. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now it's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Football goes back over to Houston's offense, and these Texans lost last week to division rival Indianapolis 24-21. Look, yeah, Charles, that did break the 9-game winning streak, but they're still 9-4.
I love how you just posed that, because aren't you hearing a lot of almost negative things out there about them losing that game? You know, hey, they could have won the AFC South, could have clinched it right there. They could be in the number 2 spot when it comes with a first-round bye, all right? Forget that. They won 9 straight games. They're still in a great position for the playoffs. Deshaun Watson may have been sacked 5 times in this game, but it gives them something to work on, something to improve. And their last 3 games are very much manageable. At the Jets, at Philadelphia, home against Jacksonville.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. And it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd and 4.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Richmond. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Charles, last week, the Atlanta Falcons, that was the game that you had against the Green Bay Packers. And another loss, 5 in a row now. It's been quite a fall from Super Bowl 51, has it not been?
It certainly has, and it's hard to truly explain. They've had plenty of injuries on defense, but at one point they had won 3 in a row, had gotten themselves back to 4-4, and were headed to Cleveland, looking like they had a bunch of momentum. They got whacked in Cleveland and haven't been the same team since. Julio Jones had a big game in Green Bay on Sunday. Had 8 catches, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 4 of those and a touchdown came on their first drive. Not much after that.
And this loss the last week, that guarantees that they're going to have their first losing record since 2014. And down he'll go at the 25. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go. 22.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On the keeper, here's Ryan. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Bryant keeps it on the sneak. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Cheesy ass bullshit.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Now Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Okay, with that incompletion, I've been waiting to get this in because I wanted to ask you about that crazy finish in Miami. How in the world did they find their way to the end zone?
That was something, wasn't it? And I've seen a few along the way. In college football, Boise State over Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. You remember that one?
Yep.
With the hook and lateral play, and they had a bunch of crazy plays down the stretch. But this one in the NFL, especially considering you kind of knew they had to do something like this, yet they still were able to pull it off. 69 yards, Tannehill to Stills, to Parker, to Kenyon Drake, and then, of course, Gronk was on the field in case they threw the Hail Mary. Outran Gronk to the end zone. What a finish for the Dolphins.
So last year we had the Minnesota Miracle. Now we had the Miami Miracle this season. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. $11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw is Watson. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Watson. And this one's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
There we go. 54, Sam. Right. Go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
21.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And in ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a first down throw, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller from 3 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here now come the Falcons. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He completes it to Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down. Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. chance kick is good. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here for quarter number 4. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Bring the line! Bring the line!
Watson down to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Reset, reset, reset!
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Richmond!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Duke Riley in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They come out here in the eye. This is Coleman, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on. Every week in practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll look to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Open man is QT complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Here's Coleman. Room past the 20.